Hello, hello, hello. Oh, thank you so much for waiting. This is Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin, and these wonderful, wonderful people have agreed to come back and play silly games with me, and that makes me very happy. We'll be using Roll20 as our virtual tabletop tonight. The character art was done using Hero Forge. And these magnificent people are, we're rushing this because I want to get started. These beautiful, wonderful, marvelous people are Solar Dasher, Noctum Sky, Bison Stonefist, because somebody was looking for you the other day and couldn't find you because we've never used your last name. So Bison
I
Stonefist.
put it in specs.
I know you do, but they weren't looking, apparently.
Apparently.
Rory and Ruth are with us this evening to play this game. That's enough of that. Let's do this. Let's start with Verith and Kane. Because in the giant underwater cavern, when you were teleported away, you were told that you had to concentrate. And everyone worried about Atticus, but it turned out it was the two of you that sort of failed to focus. And after a confusing period of time walking around and moving around in empty space, knowing what it's like to be a void within a void, just some very a length of time of unknown duration in a space of unknown size and shape. A bit of Twilight Zone stuff going on. But at the end of that, the next thing, when you start to come back together, when you start to gel and mold back into physical forms in the physical realm, you find yourselves in a small, oddly shaped triangular room that's moving forwards and backwards and slightly side to side. You hear ba-bump, ba-bump, ba-bump. In this little room that you're in, there's barrels, bags, a little bit of water in the bottom. Just a little bit floating around your feet. What do you do?
I am going to look for an exit.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Mostly trying to find a way up, I guess. Trying to try to figure out where we are.
Up from here doesn't work. There is there's no port or no trap door. But there is in front of you a wooden sort of, it looks like just another panel on the wall, but if you notice, it moves slightly when the ship moves. There's no sign of a lock on this side, so it must be barred from the other side.
I'm gonna quickly scan the room for any, I guess, anything thin that I could try and
You get in there?
stick in a spot in the wood.
Like a dagger or something, he said leadingly?
Yeah.
You search the room, looking down at your belt. Hey, look! Everybody starts with a dagger. So yeah. Yes, you have a dagger. You have your stuff. So you can now, wiggle the door. Absolutely.
In that case,
I just kicked my legs.
Yeah, try and pry this open.
Okay, absolutely. It's not difficult to do. What happens is you lift, you can feel there's literally a bar on the other side, so you just get the daggers underneath it and lift it off the hooks and sort of push. And that allows you into the next space here. As you get into here, you can see there's a little more, the bottom now goes like this a little bit in the middle, and you realize you must be on a ship. And the rocking sort of makes sense. To either side, there's small doors, sort of like you just came through. So if you were looking down this hallway, you'd see these three wooden panels, and they've got the wooden planks across your door, and the piece of wood has fallen into this room. Again, on the south side of this room, down here, there's another door, but this one is an actual door. It's not just a port like the other ones were. Through it, you can actually give me perception checks. There's still reasons why you might not hear stuff. Even
Pretend
though I
we're playing
already
a game.
mentioned hearing stuff. Yes, pretend we're playing a game. I never intended that to become our second sort of axiom. 18. Well played, Verath. Kane? I'm sitting here rocking because we're on a boat. This is the immersion much? Yeah, it's 18 into 17. Perfect. You both realize very quickly. You hear through the door. It's muffled, like there's still maybe at least one door between you and the voices. But there's a bunch of very relaxed sounding conversations beyond this door. They're just sort of mutterings. Meanwhile, we cut away while they have a conversation.
Are they speaking common?
Yes, you hear some other languages as well, but for the most part, it's common. Yeah, you hear a little bit of Elven, a little bit Elvish, a little bit Dwarvish. None of the rarer ones, just sort of the big three.
What should we do? Should we check the side doors first? One to each?
Yeah, I would say that that's a solid, safe move for now.
Yeah. So you go one each and sort of time it to the clunk, 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 clunk of the ship and lift these bars. You look in. They both room full of rocks. It's ballast for the ship. Just put the doors back in. I'm assuming you put all three doors like the one that you came through and then these two back in position. Yep.
Oh.
So, yeah, nobody's going to sneak up behind you. Just rocks.
Onward?
This next door is not locked in any way. It's
no,
just
I'd like
lock.
to stay in this room for sure.
Study the rocks for a bit.
I was a geologist in a past life. Okay, so you guys are going to just open the door and move through?
Yep.
Perfect. Bang. As you step through, you find yourself in another room, but this one has stairs that go up. There is no down from here. They just go up, and you can see they go around a corner and go up again. In front of you, there's another door, but this one, you're closer now. You can hear the voices and even make sense of some of them. I mean, some of them are way down at the other end of the ship. There's a lot of people beyond this door, but they all sound very happy. They're talking about family and getting drunk, and the last time they got drunk, and the next time they're going to get drunk, and yeah, so it's probably mostly young men. What do you do? Oh, yeah, you both got good perceptions. If you go up the stairs from here, you can see sun. Like, you can see sunlight. And I'm getting feedback from somebody. I believe that was Ruth. Yeah.
We might as well go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You take one and I take the other side?
Okay, yeah. And you head up the flight of stairs and make the corner and head up the other flight of stairs. And where you find yourselves is on face to face again on the deck of a ship. I'm going to move you up here. And in front of you, you can see the river ahead of you that's been rocking the boat slightly. It's wide and smooth and fairly calm here. Trees on both sides. You might even recognize that you're on the Desserin River heading south from Yartar, which is where you were supposed to teleport to. You kind of look around and you can see the life rings and whatnot have the name of the ship on it. And yes, this is the ship you were supposed to be on. There's not a soul around on this deck.
I'm gonna look for like I'm gonna look for a reason that there is nobody on this boat.
Okay. Give me an investigation. Kane?
Asking what I'm doing, or
Yep.
also like,
Yeah, what are you doing?
um. So you said this was the boat we were supposed to be on.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try to listen for where people are. We
Okay.
heard
Yeah.
um, voices when we were underneath, but
Yeah, you know there's
see if there's
people on the
anyone
floor
anywhere
below you.
else.
On this floor, give me a perception check. Your investigation check. You find all kinds of odd things on sharp sort of splinters of wood on the railings of the ship. There's bits of cloth. Some of it quite nice, like expensive cloth, but like somebody jumped over and had a bit of their cloak ripped. But there's 7 or 8 of them around just the bow of this ship here. There's some gambling coins on the deck. They all got that goose image that you guys saw in the other one. There's also some dropped and broken drinks laying about the place. What you can, I mean, you guys, 16, that's good enough. Just this little front part of the ship, the people that were here dropped their drinks and hurled themselves off of this ship. Kane, you start listening and listening and listening. What you hear is a stunningly quiet ship. There's up above you, one floor above you, there's still one level above you on the ship. There's a creaking behind you of a rope and like a steering mechanism you can hear on the ship. As you look up and back, you see 2 figures standing in the wheelhouse. What do you do?
Are they looking at us?
22 perception, and no, they're looking downriver. One of them you recognize the shape. It's pretty clear. It's Beowulf. I mean, not that many people are walking around with wolf ears and a snout, right? So yeah, you look up and it's like that's Beowulf, definitely. The other one you don't recognize are the person who actually has their hands on the steering mechanism of the ship. Verith, what do you do with
I'm
the
gonna
information
walk
you get? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead.
I am gonna walk towards where I see Beowulf.
You don't see stairs out here on the outside. There is a door to
Oh.
the south of you that goes inside, right there. Just at the top of the stairs, there is a door that goes through there that I didn't mention. So, but yeah, there's no other than that. These stairs that you just came up end on the deck. So you could open the door or you could climb up. It's only a couple feet. What do the 2 of you do?
So yeah, that cloth is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He's no, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. He's just gonna neat. He scoops up like 2 of the coins off the deck and heads towards the door to try and open it.
Absolutely. You open this door. I'm just going to move the 2 of you again, just so you can see. This is a small private casino, and I mean, like, this is nice leather chairs, and this is big money casino room. And right in the middle of it, there's a spiral staircase going up.
The amount I should be seeing.
Sorry, I'm going to have to get you to say that again. You broke up.
Is this the amount of ship I should be seeing?
Let me
Or like
Sorry, you're cutting up again.
You should be able to see the room that you're in and then out the windows. Is that what you were asking?
Never mind. It's not important.
Okay. Yeah,
I was just.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I forgot.
Okay. Well, if it comes back, let me know. The two of you step into that room, make that revelation that you can get up from here, and that's going to put you in the wheelhouse. Do you tell Vera that you saw Beowulf?
Yes.
Okay. So with that information, the two of you head towards the bottom of the stairs. Meanwhile, on the stern of the ship at the opposite end, with no idea that this has just happened, Varen, you and Idicus have just finished a very serious conversation. And the frog hops up and looks at you, and you hear, "Trust me," and they kick Idicus off the back of the boat. Idicus is a warforged. They just sink, just boop, gone.
Probably hear "Whee!"
And the frog just leaps in after. Sploosh. Now there are no witnesses. It looks like you just killed Idicus. What do you do?
That doesn't look good for me. Yeah, I guess I look over the edge of the boat and just there's like this like look over and just like
You see in the depths, you see the frog swimming away into the depths down the middle of the river, and Idicus is just walking along behind them. Every once in a while, they stop, bend down, and pick up a shiny rock off the bottom of the river. The frog has to sort of get their attention back. They drop the shiny rock and keep following.
I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
This is
clearly.
fine.
Yeah, there's clearly. Besides which, it's Idicus, and you don't breathe underwater, and yeah. As far as I know, anyway. I don't read your
have
character
to breathe
sheets,
at all.
but yeah, that's true. You actually, of all the people, could go get them, but please don't because I need them gone.
No, I know.
So, what do you do on the back of the boat all by your own self?
Yeah, there's just that look. It just like I guess that's convenient, and yeah, I'll just clunk back into the quarters wherever I think everyone else is.
One
Where I
floor
left
up
them all.
again. Yeah, so you go through this door. You came through here, so back into the casino, back up the stairs to there. When you get through this door, just you can see that hallway ahead of you. The first door on the left, you can hear the sound of a drunk, probably drunk bugbear, having a good time in a room. And then way
I
down
would
at the
call
end
it
of
a
the
good
hallway,
time. He's having a time.
he's having a time. And then way down at the end of the hall, you can hear the sounds of the wheelhouse.
All right. I know this bugbear though. That's
Yes,
that's our,
it's
okay.
yeah, it's yours. Yeah, it's a big.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna just knock and be like, "Hey, that little one. They like to run off. Like, is that a thing y'all do? 'Cause they're gone."
Oh. Did he say anything first? His voice is really slurred and it's interspersed with Goblin that he like has to correct himself
Yeah.
and re-say in common.
I love it.
No, the frog said trust me and then kicked him off the boat, but they seem to be walking after that. So I mean, I assume they know what they're doing.
Okay.
All right. Well, I told somebody. So my mission is done.
You
My
told drunk.
conscience
You
is
told
clear.
drunk dad. You're good. You're clear. So you heading
So,
for the
yeah.
bridge?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
No, you tell me. I would just. You said you were going
mean-
to look where the people were. There's
yeah,
one of
I
them.
guess I'll.
The other one's
I'll
on the
go
bridge.
look for the other people. I guess I'll head up to the bridge and put my
Absolutely.
head in there.
Okay. I don't want to railroad you. It's a boat. I'll steamboat you instead. You head up through another door and into the bridge. Just at the moment that coming up the stairs are Kane and the other V word, Vareth. That's the one. The two of them come up the spiral stairs to join you. So the only person that isn't directly with the group now is Bickford. But before you guys get there, we're going to back up a little bit. We're going to do a tiny flashback because Beowulf, you had, while all this was going on, you were up here with this Rakshasa pilot. You see a couple things without doing anything. This person can boat. The rowers are not rowing. You can tell from up here. They're just using the flow of the river and the steering of the boat, and that's really difficult. And they are absolutely nailing it. By the time you see the sandbars, they've already adjusted. They know this. This is far beyond the skill level needed for what it normally does, which is goes upriver for 2 hours, everybody gambles, then it comes back to the city. So this guy's way beyond that pay scale. You've got some time alone with them. The dog and the cat at the controls of a floating poker hall. Yep. Let's do this.
Leave it to me to be at a loss for words at this point.
I'm not surprised, frankly. The Raksha.
I would assume that Beowulf would just keep himself occupied by watching the master at work, so to say.
Yep, I just saw the master's tail.
And then
the
also
screen
hearing,
there.
I would also hear that splash from Iticus.
Maybe.
I looked back and probably see nothing really, just like a ripple in the water, and I would have assumed it was probably a fish or something.
Yeah.
So until I'm told otherwise, he's going to assume that was just a fish.
Yep, you would have no way of knowing that Iticus is gone.
Nor do I know that Vickford's having fun down in the cabin.
Blackout drunk.
That's only like 3 doors down, but yeah, probably not. There's nobody for
Well,
him to
unless
yell.
he's-
There's nobody for him to
unless
yell
he
at.
speaks loudly.
He'd have to take himself wrong in a sentence and get in a fight with himself. So that he's not that
Exactly.
drunk yet. Anyway, so yes,
So
you're
he's
up
just
there.
basically.
Mhm.
I mean, at some point he'll probably advise them that we're not just going down for a little while and then coming back, but that we're going to continue forward.
Oh yes, believe me, I'm more ready than you can possibly imagine. I guess it doesn't bear not telling now. I had planned to steal this boat in 3 days. You've rather put the kibosh on that plan, but suffice to say, from here to the ocean, there is no part of this river I do not know.
Tell you what, get us where we're going safely and back. You can have the boat.
Where are you going and back?
Beowulf at that point will take out what he has and show him where they're going and the map on his back and all that stuff too.
Including the map. Yeah, okay, yeah, you see the maps. He's never misses a beat while he's boating, but he looks over a couple of times. Even his cat face looks shocked. Yeah, for now he just he's just being stoic about it though. The boat, you say?
Yeah. As of right now, I'm the master of the boat. But get us to our destination and back safely, and you can have it.
With one condition, if I may.
Sure.
If I can steal it out from under your noses before that, I will.
You have yourself a deal if you can do that.
And they do, because they're a Rakshasa, they're like this with their hands on the wheel. This hand comes around like backwards like that to shake your hand.
Uh-huh.
And then back onto the wheel. And there's a grin. And when a Rakshasa grins, that's like it's all pointy teeth. Just a whole bunch of really pointy teeth and a little snout.
Cheshire cat-like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The rest of it might be there, but the only thing you can see is the smile. Right?
Yeah.
And the boat continues on into the now gathering gloom. That's when. Yeah.
Beowulf is going to actually interject
Yes.
you real quick.
Oh, please.
He says,
Please. You
he's
guys have
going to
lots of time.
say, oh, yeah. He's going to say, granted, you can go ahead and do that, but ask that you don't harm anybody in the meantime when you do it as well. Just say, hey, get off. I'll try and get my party to do what you ask.
I promise.
Thank
And then puts his hands back inside the wheel.
you. And then I'm assuming that I start hearing the
And then,
footsteps coming
yeah.
here.
If that conversation's finished, your deal's made. The three of you approach from varying places. Down the end of the hall, Bickford, you can hear everybody up on the bridge. You know where it is by now. You've stumbled around a couple times. Remind us again what is the reason for the current situation.
The reason for Bickford's current bender is every time he closes his eyes, he sees that kraken, and he sees tentacles in the corner of his vision. So he's doing everything he can to erase that from his mind, and it's not working.
Right.
And if Varen were to open the door when he asked Bickford if he was okay,
Yeah.
Bickford was sitting there with his face on the table, the gem, and then a glass of whiskey in between, so he could see the gem in water.
Yeah.
And he was just staring at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bickford's in a place right now.
Absolutely.
Everything is spinning.
The rest of you on the up at the front in the wheelhouse of the ship, the travel down the river is going rapidly. I mean, this river is wide and broad and smooth, but it's moving. It's a lot of water. All that ice at the top of that map only comes down one or two rivers, and one of them is the Desserin. So you are moving right along. It will probably be a day or two before you get all the way to Waterdeep. Let's put you guys back on the map here, on the map of the north, because we no longer really need the boat. There we go. That should do it. Has it done so?
I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I'm there.
Yay.
There.
Am pleased. Let's get your job out there. Yes. All right. Just got to straighten up this one. Straighten up my cameras. Perfect. So, you guys are in passing through the last of the Desserin Hills out onto the flats. Ahead of you, Stonebridge, where you've been, Belliard, which you didn't go through, but just south of that, it's practically where you started. Back where you met Grudhog, the singing giant in the tower. Back where Goldenfields, where it all started, this invasion. This river, it goes right by all of that and continues on to Waterdeep. I'm gonna, just cause, speedball that whole run. I mean, it's stunning. It's a couple days of peace and relaxation after everything. So long rest, everybody. On a technical point of view, several of them, in fact. But you guys are alone on this boat, this gambling boat. As necessary from time to time as the water gets really calm. The rowers sometimes help in. They're getting paid. They don't care. They're working. The Rakshasa doesn't seem to need to sleep or rest in any way. They never look tired. They just keep driving the boat.
I'm gonna hop in and just say, when they went up,
Yes.
Kane kind of asked where everyone was.
Yeah.
Kane is probably hanging out with Bickford.
Okay. So let's do that then. You go down the hall and you can hear him crashing and banging around in his room a little bit. He's a little bit drunk. You caught him while he was refilling the bottle or refilling the glass.
Mm.
And yeah, bang, bang, bang. Do you knock or do you just walk in?
I'll knock first.
So Bickford, bang, bang, bang on the door.
Who dat?
Kane,
Oh, it's not locked.
you could have been naked.
I'm always naked. I haven't worn pants this entire time.
But listen, your hair kind of just goes sometimes. And she walks in.
Yeah. Yeah. And there he is. He's still on the table with your face there, but you're not surprised. So you had a chance to react this time. What did they see when they opened the door?
Bickford's trying to sit up in his chair, but he's really sloppy drunk. So he almost misses the back of the chair when he kind of
Yeah.
he blinks a couple times to make sure it's Kane and not like a couple Canes.
Yep.
And then
Cast mirror image.
Helps if you
Yeah.
close one eye. Oh,
I'm
shit.
kidding.
Yeah, there's still two of you. Oh,
oh crap!
you never drink with wizards, yeah, or illusionists. Oh,
He sort of
God.
looks around. I think there's a bottle of wine that hasn't been opened yet. Care for a drink? The
I'll have one.
gem is still sitting on the table,
Yeah.
just in plain view. He stands up, takes him a bit. Stands up, he goes over, he kind of rummages through what used to be a wardrobe. Comes back out. He's got somebody's pant or shorts on his head, and it's probably the captain's. Hope it was the captain's.
Yep. Very nice silk boxers. Yes,
Yeah, and
he's the captain
Um,
after all.
has this bottle of wine. Pops it open, pours her a glass. Thinks about taking a swig. Remember, he's with company. Puts it back down on the table. Grabs a big messy swig of his own. Spills a little bit of it. You can tell it's not the first time. He smells like an alehouse. The entire alehouse.
Yeah.
So what brings you to here?
Well, I figured you were alone. And clearly you've been drinking a lot. I'm here to keep you company.
Cool.
What's going on?
Fucking squids! And he just starts yelling at the octopus in the aquarium,
Mhm.
who is also at this point quite sauced.
Because why not?
Because why not? Drunk octopus. Let's go.
Actually, I have a vague memory of you can get an octopus drunk with small amounts of alcohol. Don't
Sounds
do it with
about
your octopi, children, but apparently it's technically possible. Go. I'll stop interrupting now.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So yeah, he's like, that fucking asshole. Well, you won't leave me alone.
Well, I will stay with you.
Okay.
Attempt to help you keep your sanity. What's left of it. And Kane's, I'm going to try to figure out how I can help in any way.
Okay. Give me a wisdom save, Kane.
Wisdom save.
Yep.
Oh boy.
See if you do as badly as I did.
The scariest 5 words in D&D. Give me a wisdom save.
Nat 20.
Much dancing. Okay. You see you look at
Nat 20.
yes.
Hehe.
You look at the crystal on the table. I don't remember how I described it looking before.
It was like a blue tentacle.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Little
blue
piece of
gemstone.
blue tentacle. Yes. when you look at it for just a split second, it animates, like its little suckers go, and it kind of clenches like it's been electrocuted, and then it goes back to being this crystal piece of tentacle.
Kane is. I'm going to grab it off the table.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Would I know if this is the source of the problem?
The split second you touch it, you would, if you go that far.
Bickford wouldn't let her.
Gonna try
If
and
he
stop.
see-
Try and
if
stop
he-
them. Okay.
If he sees her try to grab it, he's going to use Mage Hand to try and swipe it out of the.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do.
I'm going to think about it first, but
yeah.
that was first.
Yeah.
Is it the source of the issue? And
I think the answer to that is
I'm
it's fairly
checking
obviously yes, right,
things.
Bickford? Like you're looking like
Yeah.
where it is on the table and this issue with the Kraken, and that's a piece of tentacle, and it's I would assume that it's fairly obvious that seems to be the thing that has broken Bickford's mind.
um,
I'm looking to you for yes.
Yeah,
Bickford.
he's kind of at this point. If he sees Kane reach for it, he'd do what he can, as
Try and
trash
block.
as he is.
Yeah.
Try and stop her. It's like
Yeah.
no, 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 you don't, no, 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 no. God. And he just starts mumbling off.
Kane is. I'm going to cover it.
Okay. Yeah.
Not with my hands.
No, just throw something over top of it. Yeah, you're in the captain's
Yeah,
quarters.
I was-
There's
There's
all kinds
clothes
of stuff.
everywhere. It's not
Yeah.
going to be hard.
You take the pants off Bickford's head, frankly. But,
Yes.
he's got a comb over with silk boxers. It looks ridiculous. But
Okay, just gonna. There you go, and just
yeah,
lay them over top.
yeah. So yes, you cover it up.
It's bad. It's bad. Oh, I'm drunk.
You are.
Yeah.
Do you want some water? You should have some.
Okay. We're surrounded
I've-
by water. It's over there. And it's over there. And
Is this salt water?
Nope, you're still in the river.
No.
You're not
Okay.
not to the
If
ocean.
she,
yet.
I'd assume she'd have.
This is the
water in
captain's
her
quarters.
waters.
There is like distilled water in containers right here.
Ah.
It's in the bar.
Okay.
Fresh water on a
Um,
ship is worth more than alcohol. So yeah, only
She's
in the
gonna-
captain's quarters.
One. She's gonna grab a thing of water.
Yeah.
And put it in front of Bigford. Drink. This, not the alcohol.
he stares at it for a while. You sure?
She moves it a
it's-
bit closer.
You sure it's not vodka? It looks like it could be vodka. Oh well.
She
Vodka's got that oily look. Like when you swirl it, it's thicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He just drains it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not vodka. Nah.
you don't
You tricked me.
I said you needed to drink water. I did nothing of the sort.
Ah. I tricked me. Damn it.
She's just gonna take a sip of her wine.
Yeah. As you sip, give me a dexterity save, please.
Okay.
Because he said, pausing dramatically for the dice roll and the big giveaway. Dun, 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 dun. We're in the elevator
Suspense.
waiting for the results. Dun, 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 dun.
I thought I pushed it.
What did you get? Did it roll it in your end?
Dice rolls.
Oh, and then you got all z at the end too, so I didn't hear you. What did you roll? There it is, 17. Yes, you managed to not spill as it comes down from your lips. The rest of you, everybody, yours at disadvantage, please. Bigford, I need deck saves from everybody.
That was 12.
That's a 12. Okay, you're on the floor. That's a save.
That's kind of expected. I was expecting an auto fail.
Beowulf, you sort of stumble against the frame of the building upstairs, or the tower upstairs, and
there's a lot
Varys,
closer.
yeah, you're down too. So yeah, everybody that's rolled so far except for
King.
Kane. Yeah, you're the only one that stayed up. Everybody else goes down. That makes sense. Everybody up on the top deck just not necessarily down, but rocked by this impact. From the very front of the ship, which was right in front of you, but it's so dark you did not see it. You see spinning out beside the ship a smaller ship, but it's taken no damage from this impact. You realize you T-boned it. Like you hit it like that coming down the river, and you're a big ship, and it just spins out of the way beside you. You hear swearing. Who speaks giant?
Me?
You? Okay, is that it? Just the one? Bickford. You're...
Nope. Goblin.
I thought you... Oh, right, Goblin. Yeah, so yeah, Beowulf, you're the only...
It's Beowulf and Iticus.
And Iticus, that's who, yeah. So Beowulf, you're the only one that hears it. You hear, boarding party! Oh, that's me! Board! And you look down, and as you look down, standing up in their boat, and therefore looking over the deck, which is 15 feet off the water, above the water line, is a frost giant. He's wearing armor made from shells, but it looks like a beach because it takes like 1,000 conch shells to make a helmet for a frost giant. They're big. They just look like they're dressed in beach, and they're climbing up onto your boat. They stop for a second, look down behind them, and say, "Come along, Slinky, they're not waiting," and continues to climb aboard. All of you on the bridge, as you stand back up, see this coming up onto the front of the ship.
Who moved the room?
Beowulf just lets out a low, deep growl at this boarding party that's coming on.
Yep. And as you guys, yeah, who else is reacting with what? You've got sort of one action before this starts. I'm moving us back to the boat because there's a fight, boat fight.
I guess just form of dread then. Yeah, I kind of like get like a little bit of like
Get spooky.
like dark mist. Yeah, get
Yeah.
spooky. Turn on the spooky.
Crank up the spook. Yeah, gotcha.
And just before everything just goes to hell, a loud howl from Beowulf as a warning to them that, nope, you don't want to do this. Go away.
Well, let's.
Kane's gonna
Yeah,
take
Kane.
a look outside of the room.
Yeah, you look outside the front window and see this giant climbing over the bow of the ship, coming to get you. Or is that what you meant? Oh, no, sorry, you're down at the end of the hallway, right. You look down, you come out of the room, the ship has come to a complete stop, and you look down the hallway towards the bridge. The door has popped open in the impact, and you can see everybody in there sort of scurrying around and looking out the window. Something's clearly out in front of the ship, but you can't quite see it from here. You have either frozen or you are the best frozen actor ever. I think you've frozen. No, you're back.
That was a phrase.
You're back now.
You froze for me. I don't.
Yep,
I
you
don't know
froze
what
for us too, so it's okay. You're back now. So
Mutually
yes,
told.
you see them down at the end of the hallway. Yeah, in the wheelhouse, just sort of gesticulating wildly out the window. What do you do?
Um,
Beside you and is Beowulf on the floor trying to get up, unsuccessfully at the
Bigfred.
moment.
Bigfred.
Bigfred, fuck it. I think that's the first time on camera tonight.
Not the first time on
Yeah.
camera, first time today.
Yeah. No, I got the two V's wrong before the show, so yeah.
Kane is just gonna close the door to relay the message to Bigfred.
Okay.
We've got giants boarding the ship.
Oh, for the love of okay.
Stumble out the door. Okay, so
I feel like you should stay in here.
Ooh,
He looks at you and he's cross-eyed.
yeah.
I'm not standing around doing nothing during a fight. I can still hit things. Where's my mace?
Yeah, drunk fight. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, drunk Bigford, and then the eventually Kane.
Drink some more water, if you don't mind. That might be a good idea.
Okay. I'm just gonna see which one he grabs. Hold on. Nope, he grabs the whiskey.
Okay, yeah.
Kane is gonna
Just a quick
try
swig of
to
whiskey.
try to take it out of
Oh,
his hands and
boy.
hand him water.
Sleight of hand.
Trying to take alcohol away from a drunk. Yeah, give me sleight of hand at disadvantage because he's going for his liquor.
Oh damn!
He's big too.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've ever tried to take alcohol away from a drunk, but their hands get all fast. He's like, no, and never spill a fucking drop. 14. I need a disadvantage.
For one,
Yeah.
rolling the second one.
Seven.
Oh, God damn
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, you miss. You grab the water. He grabs the whiskey. Boom. Yeah, you got to have the water. You just got the water in your hand. And then, Bigford, do you try and storm out and head to the bridge? Head to the
Yep.
front of the boat? Okay, Kane,
Stumble forward.
try to stop him. Go with him. What are you doing?
I'm gonna just take some water on my hand and just flick it at him, refreshing.
Okay.
And then walking out with him, making sure he doesn't fall.
Okay. Yeah. Weirdly enough, I mean, he's not just a merc. He's a bugbear merc. It's like following a distillery out the room. But somehow as he walks down the hall, that mace just sort of drops into his hand and you watch the shoulders sort of roll and he just hits. It's a different Bigford in my head. It's more like a bully in a bar. Like he's just like, he's in belligerent drunk mode rather than normal sort of Bigford sneaky mode.
Yeah, definitely heel walking. He's kind of moving with inertia.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely has that. I'm gonna hurt somebody bad before this hangover kicks in.
Fair enough. Roll, if you will. Ooh, how did Iticus roll
Iticus.
initiative? How the hell did that work? That's sneaky, man. You're not even here. No, they actually made me look at roll 20 along the bottom. It's like, wait a minute, did they just show up? No.
Did they just sneak in?
Yeah. That would be a
Because it
really
was empty.
that would be a really smart way to actually let somebody know you were here. All right. Has everybody rolled? Descending order. So I get rid of Iticus. Bam. Iticus is gone. Oh, Kane, I think that's okay. You're in first place again, but I think because I forgot to fix it. You are going to have the goes up by 10 every round thing going on again. So by the end of this, you'll probably have an initiative of 119 or something. But never mind. To pay off for that, you are first. Just as you get to the wheelhouse, you look out, and it's open windows. It's like shutters. They're not going to put glass in a boat, not in the Middle Ages, right? It's too expensive. So you've got clear access out. You can see this frost giant climbing up over the bow of the boat, and then right beside it, sort of half climbing and half slithering, comes this gigantic purple and red lizard. It's got steam and smoke coming off of it. It's covered in ash. And that's what you see coming over the front of the boat. What do you do?
First off, does he seem aggressive from
Oh,
the get-go?
yeah, this is a pirate and his pet. Come and take this boat. Yep.
Quick thing. Me and the two V's seem to be missing from the order.
Yeah, they do.
Oh. Did you roll initiative? Oh, did you click your
Did.
character?
I don't.
Your token
It said
and
no
then
valid
roll?
token was selected.
Okay,
Aha.
so yeah, click your token, and then click the initiative, and yeah. If you remember what it was before, use that. If not, just use whatever you roll now. Did you do the same thing, Sky? Of all the people in roll 20, you probably second here in a number of hours played to me. And you,
It was the thing where I was supposed to click the token, right?
yep, click the token first, and then click your sheet and initiative.
Sorry. Do you want me,
Don't
are
be
you wanting
sorry,
us
it's
to
funny.
re-roll it? Or...
Yeah, just re-roll and then
oh.
put in whatever it was the first time. You can
Gotcha.
manually do it or whatever you
Oh,
roll.
dang.
Reroll was worth it.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, I'll take the 11.
Yeah, fair enough. Put that in legit. All right. There we go. So, in that case, Verath, you were already up here. So, yeah, this is what you see in front of you. What do you do? This is a frost giant. This is a big-ass giant. Not small and medium. This is one short of the big guys. And this giant lizard.
Okay, I'm going to cast Bless on, let's go Kane, Bickfrid, and Varen.
Ready? Fred and Baron. So all of you get plus 1d4 on saves and attacks, right? Yeah, there it is. Attack roll or saving throw. Perfect. All right. And it lasts for 1 minute, so 10 rounds. That's longer than any combat ever, except against the dragon. So yes, you bless them. Movement-wise, we're not worried about physical movement on the map so much, but are you staying in the wheelhouse?
I'm gonna stick there for now.
Okay. And anything else? Bonus action?
I think that's it for this
I'm
one.
not a cleric or a monk. I don't get bonus actions that mean anything. Beowulf, what are you doing? This thing's like
Trying to see
looking
where...
you right in the eyes as it climbs over the side of the boat.
Okay, so the side of the boat is over here. Is over here. Okay, yeah, because I was trying to see what I could see. I can barely see where the token is.
Yeah, don't worry about the physically where they are, but that's you're looking out the window of the boat, and you're one floor up, and then below you is the pointy, the bow of the boat, and just climbing over that is the giant. I'm not using the map really. I've just got the monsters out there so I can keep track of their hit points.
So yeah, he's gonna get up close to the giant.
Yeah.
And take a couple of swipes at him.
Absolutely. So, go ahead and have a bang.
Unarmed.
First swing.
Dirty 20.
That's 20. That hits. Absolutely. 4 points of damage. Okay.
Gonna do that again.
Yeah,
Actually,
second.
this one I meant to hit before.
Hard
That
for predatory
definitely
strike.
doesn't
Yeah.
hit.
That does not hit the 9. No.
But
It's a
he
whiff.
has a bonus action.
Yep. 17
That one.
does hit.
There we go.
So roll damage
8.
for that.
Yeah.
8. All right.
So you
So-
punch him, remember you have claws, and then slash at him.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button by mistake. I hit an arm strike instead of the predatory strike.
That's all good. Because the way this,
my
the
fault.
only way this works is if you hurl yourself out the wheelhouse windows, right? So
Yeah.
you just off and
Fur
down
missile.
onto them and just like God of War style, where the answer to every fight is run up on the back of their neck and beat them about the head and shoulders until they die. Yeah, you're doing that, but from one floor up, and you're just right now. I will even give you credit for because I said it. You are on the giant attacking them. Let's move you out here to
Just got
remind me of that.
mad about
There
it.
you go.
That'll work.
I got you underneath the giant, but I'll move you out there so you can see it. Right. Next, Kane. What do you do? You're muted somewheres.
Kane is gonna cast slow on the giant.
Ooh, okay. What do I need? A wisdom save?
I will
Please click the
clicky
spell.
click the spell here in a second.
Zippy zip. Well, the music pauses dramatically.
Wisdom DC
17 wisdom save. Holy cow. They got a +3. Nope, that's a 10. So they are slowed. Wow. That's a big deal.
At -2 to AC.
Yep.
The spell details aren't up here. How do I do that?
It should say. Hang on a second. Let me try something.
Hang on.
Nope.
Does that work? Nope.
Nope. It's okay. We can change it after. I'll change the settings after.
Really?
But yeah, I know it's -2 to AC, and they can only do one attack, and they can't use either a
Dis-
bonus action or an action. I know all that good stuff. It should say
If
display
If I click
spell.
display,
Yeah, that should do it.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
So yeah, -2 to AC and Dex. I forgot about the Dex part of that. Yeah, they don't cast, so we don't have to worry about the bottom part. But yeah, at the end of each of their turns, they get to try and save again. But until then, they are slowed. That's your action. You bonus action and or movement.
I'm gonna stay where I am for now.
All right, in the safety, so to speak, of the bridge. Okay. The Frost Giant. Beowulf, you're on it. So, yep. He draws a double-bladed fishing axe. It's like it's got prongs on the ends, like you could use it as a trident. He draws that as he climbs up, and you hear him bellow. Oh, you speak giant too, so it's perfect, right? You're on him, and he bellows something in giant, and what you hear is, I've picked lice out of my fur before, because you're kind of on his beard, and he tries to attack you with the axe.
Damn well better not miss.
A 10, a
A
critical
nat one,
miss,
bro.
a critical miss.
So yeah, you just
Wow. Okay, yeah, let's do the traditional. He hurts himself, right? Why
Does he end
not?
up giving himself a bit of a shave?
Yeah, up under the beard, and you just see the beard start to turn red as he stabbed himself in the throat. That's his first attack. Second, he says,
Only make one.
"Oh,
He
that's
only
right. He
gets
can.
one.
He only gets the one because that's the end of him. All right. Well done. Yeah." But at that moment, his giant subterranean lizard. Nope. His giant subterranean lizard goes right by him and heads for the bridge and climbs up and starts crawling through the windows of the bridge. They get 2 attacks. They're going
Does
to.
that get an opportunity attack from me, or is he still close?
This one, they weren't right side by side, so no, you're not going to get an opportunity attack on this one. It swarmed up the other side of the boat. Good question. But yes, lunges inside and attacks Varen. 17 to hit.
Nope.
Nope. Just clang off of you. It kind of shakes its head like it just bit an aluminum baseball bat. Turns around, looks for softer prey. Bickford, you kind of stumble and wobble into the room at this moment to be attacked by the bite.
He
16.
whiffs too.
He whiffs again. And he continues to try and crawl into. Damn it.
I am probably the softest prey.
Yeah, but yeah.
He comes after Bickford. Bickford trips because he's
Yeah,
drunk.
shit faced
Just completely whiffs.
Clang! The teeth slam shut right where you were standing. Thank you. Perfect. Varen,
All right.
it's
let's
right
see
in
how
here
this
with you
works.
now. It's like right here. You can smell the fish it had for lunch.
All right, so I run up and I have my staff of withering, dual,
Ooh.
help with both hands.
Yep.
Oh, it's about to get interesting. I have
Oh,
to click
good.
like so many buttons real quick.
How
So,
long have you been waiting for this?
uh,
Load them up.
I'm gonna call this thirsting stick because it's not a blade. So
Okay.
that's 2 attacks.
Yep.
So that's
Thirsting
that's
stick.
2
That
roll.
sounds like a website
No, it
that-
didn't.
that
Title of
would
your
get
sex
you a
tape?
virus. Let's just put it that way.
Did it roll that time correctly? No,
Staff of
it's not
Withering,
rolling the
Staff of
number.
Withering. It recharges and does that.
Yeah. It's this +7. It's got a +7 to hit because it's my packed weapon. So
Yep.
I'll just roll it manually. So that's a
That's
nat 20.
so that's 27.
Dang.
So that's 4d10 on the first roll, and then the second roll.
Ah.
Go ahead and do the second roll, and then we'll.
Second roll is 15 +7.
So 22. So
Seven.
that second one hits. So you should be able to just hit the little red spots. Hit the top one twice and the bottom one. Well, three times between the.
Okay.
Yeah. You need
One.
6d10.
Just the damage.
Yeah, because
3
you hit with
damage
all of
is
it.
rolled.
So
Well, one of
And
them's
then-
a nat 20, so
yeah, but that'll double.
Yeah,
right? So it's
you're
a
right,
2d10.
you're
So
right.
that makes
Yeah.
4d10.
And then
I'm
Yep.
a little slow.
I spend 1 charge on my staff of withering, so that adds another. Here, I'll roll
Oh, 1d.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
2d10 necrotic.
Yeah.
So there's that, and it has to make a DC 14 wisdom or charisma. Wisdom
Constitution.
saving throw or be frightened of me because I am in form of dread.
Wow.
Oh.
And that is everything, I
Wisdom.
promise.
Holy shit! It's like whiz free, basically.
Oh,
2 and a 4.
also-
Wow! Come on.
It also has to pass a Constitution save on those hits, or it has disadvantage with any ability check or saving throw that uses strength or
Well, it
Constitution.
might actually make this 19. There you go. Finally, I made a roll.
There you go.
It continues to exist, but it is absolutely shattered. So that's I still need 6d10 from you, plus the 15
well.
for the staff. Oh no, you
Okay,
rolled
so
it once. I need you to roll it 2 more times.
Okay, so just another 60-10.
No, another 4d10. The total was 6,
Okay.
and you've already rolled 2.
D10
It's 15
4.
plus.
That's 27.
Okay, wow. So 27, 37, 42 points of damage altogether.
Jeez.
Okay, it's still alive. Wow.
Is it afraid of me though?
Yes, it is also afraid of you. But it did make its con save, so it continues to that effect. At least it didn't have, so it doesn't get disadvantage on stuff.
Nice.
Holy shit! This is gonna be a much shorter fight than I thought it was gonna be. Bickford,
Bickford's gonna turn that.
it's been a long time since you were
That
in drunk mercenary
fall?
mode.
Yeah. He's gonna turn that fall into a roll,
Yep.
so he gets back up.
Yep.
And let's see, 1, 2. I'm still in contact to get that sneak attack.
Oh yeah. No worries. Absolutely. Yep. It is multiply engaged, and it just got hit harder than it's ever been hit in its life.
All right, let's give him a good whack.
18 hits with especially with the -2 AC.
And then the sneak attack.
Oh, this is gonna be
It's
only
just
5. Wow.
Oh my god.
Only
Yeah, 17 damage.
That's yeah.
Wow.
And I
This is
do
the
not-
mace, right?
this is the morning skull.
The
yeah,
morning
magical.
skull. Yeah, it just smashes into him. You see that ripple of skin and muscle as the energy passes. You also see the ribs underneath just flex first and then snap, and you hear the rib cage quit functioning, and it's sort of the whole left side of it falls to the ground. It's got 1.5 functioning legs left. It is all but gone. Anything else?
Bonus action, puke.
Yeah,
Because he
get-
just
yeah,
did this.
yeah. The
He just
adrenaline
rolled
actually,
onto the
yeah.
ground, right?
Adrenaline will do that to you too. That
Yeah,
a
so
massive
just-
hit of adrenaline. It's like, yeah, fight or flight. You need to be sober to do either one. Get it out. Morp. Verath. What do you do? This thing in front of you is just like almost falling back out the window. It's so screwed up. Beyond
Oh,
a
well.
Beowulf and a giant.
Yeah, I'll try and finish this guy off. Just
Okay.
standard swing of the glaive.
Okay. Swoosh. 14. Oh, because of the -2 AC, that hit. Oh no, this thing isn't slowed. Sorry. 14 actually matches its AC, so you hit. Yep.
Oh wait, no, shit! I rolled damage instead of.
Oh, you did
Oh,
too.
fuck.
Look at that. Yeah, okay, you should probably roll to hit
Whoops.
first. That's
Okay,
rude.
yeah, there we go.
Never mind. It's a 21. So yeah, that hit. 14 points damage. It only had 7 left. It falls back away from you, and as it does, it sort of does that lizard thing where it doesn't quite die all at once, and it's twitching and falling back on the deck and flops over the side into the water.
Nice.
Whew,
Oh dear.
try not to explode. Anything else?
Beowulf, Constitution.
I'll jump down onto the main deck.
Okay. Give me a deck save, or dex acrobatics. What am I talking about? That makes more sense. Just an. Nope. You're gonna take 1d6 damage. I'll let you roll your own.
All right.
Because I like that. That's more fun. Beowulf.
Nice. Max damage on
Oh.
that one. Awesome.
you hear your knee pop, and you know that for the rest of your life you're going to make the same noise your father makes every time he gets up out of a chair. 6 points of damage and a lasting popping sound. Next, Beowulf, you're on this giant all by your own self. Everybody behind you is
Well,
killing
he's
the
happy.
lizard. Yep, this very slow giant's like.
He-
He's bleeding in
Yes,
slow
I
motion.
guess stuff went down the throat the wrong way.
That's okay. Apparently, you're allergic to frost giant. What do you do? You can just roll if you're having trouble speaking clearly.
He's gonna invoke his crimson, right?
Okay.
Ah,
Draw some blood. Oh, 1 point of damage. That's it. Okay.
That's it.
Wow. All right.
it's like my sneak
And
attack.
his
That's a bonus action, right?
that was a bonus action. He's going to imbue it with fire.
Okay. And then attack him twice.
Mm-hmm.
The AC is currently reduced. Takes down to that. That unfortunately is a miss. The first one is a hit. The second one is a miss.
The second one, this one here, the 6 was the damage for the first one.
Oh, yeah, okay, look at that. Dice. I should hover. It tells you what it does. So yeah, for 6 points more of damage.
Oops.
So you're just tearing
That
chunks
one
out.
misses.
But it's like, it's like trying to chew down a tree. This is a big thing, and you're doing reasonable damage, but it's taking some time. But your friends will be with you momentarily.
So that's 8 more points of damage from the third turn.
There we go. Now you're starting to get the feel for it. Start to get through the skin and into the muscle and the meat. You've done, actually, now that I look at it, you've done a tremendous amount of damage to this thing already. But that's you. Next, Kane. The lizard's gone. The giant out on the deck, dueling with Beowulf, running all over him, ripping chunks off. You're muted again.
I'm gonna use my movement to get closer to the giant.
Get right to here and still look out the
So
window.
how
at him.
many thingies can I?
Don't
Oh,
worry about it. Just
did you?
I dragged you, yeah.
Okay.
You can easily
I'll-
get to the windows.
I'll be where you dragged me.
Yeah, easily.
And I'm gonna cast Blight.
Oh. On
That's
the
always
oh
fun.
no, yeah. 8d8 necrotic damage. What's the save?
Con.
Con save. Okay, it's a giant. They stand a chance. But because they're slowed. I know this isn't the case, but I'm going to give them disadvantage on this save. It only makes sense to me. That should be trying to fight off rotting when you can't move properly. If any, yeah, it's got to be right. But it is a con save. That's what they're best at. A 20 and a
Oh, you mean-
13. It fails. You see at the start, it's fighting it off, but then it just runs out of movement. It's like, oh. And he's just creeps up their fingers from where it hit. And their arm just withers and curls all the way up through the elbow.
Oh,
You
there's
see the
the roll.
bones. Yep, roll the damage. What level did you cast that at? Because it's 8d8 if you cast it at the regular level. Holy shit. And are you going to upcast it?
No. Just at 4th.
Okay. Wow.
So EW cast.
Goodness.
Jeez.
1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4
56 points
of
damage.
those. No, 5 of those. Five of those
Maxed out.
dice that
Or
rolled were
maxed.
max.
Yeah, 5 out of 8. So yeah, up the arm, through the shoulder, you see it spreading down the side of the chest, the ribs. You watch it age, and then age, and then age, and then parts of it start to die. The entire thing by the end of it is shriveled and shrunken, dropped to one knee. Beowulf, you're having to grab handfuls of loose flesh as this thing just loses all of its muscle mass underneath you. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. It is still alive. It is turning around and with its one good arm is trying to drag itself back to the edge of the ship to get away.
Okay. In that
bonus action?
case,
Yeah, you still have a bonus action.
I'm gonna, use my meta magic.
Yep,
So I can cast it again as a bonus action.
yep,
So that's another con save.
okay. Yep. Sorcerers are underpowered, they say. Yeah, 8, they say. That's bad. That's a fail. How many more?
Okay.
You're going to kill it, but by how much? Unless you roll as many 1s as you rolled 6s or 8s last time. Give us 8d8. The big
Fiend
eyes
cast.
while we wait.
Nurgle's backhand.
39. Holy cow. It had 31. As it crawls to the edge of the boat, Beowulf, you feel it. The heart and the breathing stop, and it just collapses and hits the deck. As it does, it just compresses under your weight. And it's just, it's almost like it's made out of ash. The parts of it that fall off the side of the boat and touch the water are washed away. It's very, 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 very dead. Technically, you're there. But yeah, for the purposes of this, I'm just going to move you all back into Wheelhouse so you can sort of see each other again. But yes, between you're sort of half a floor away from each other, this giant thing. Beside the boat, there's a metal ship, all metal ship, starting to scrape down the side of the hull. Below you can hear the rowers saying, "What the hell is that? There's no place for the oars. What the?" Did you? And then there's all of a sudden there's a whoomp, and it starts to a section of it. There's a chimney, and there's been smoke coming out of it the whole time. But after that whoomp, it starts to glow red one side of the metal. Like you've seen a forge before, as you know your characters. It's that hot. The side of this boat is so hot it's melting the metal, and that's starting to drag down the side of your ship.
Oh dear.
What do you do?
Look to the
Are we able?
captain. And
We could see somebody down there, right?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of rowers down there, yeah. So you don't have to worry about that. There's people.
Can
Is
I
there
take a
anybody
pot
on
shot at
that
the
boat?
road?
yeah, on the other boat.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let's do this in order. Beowulf, what do you want to know?
Can I shoot at them?
At who?
Was it they're the rowers in the other boat, right?
No, the rowers are in your boat. This other boat's
We don't-
steam powered. Yeah.
Uh,
It's a much smaller
It's-
boat. It looks like it only had the giant and the lizard in it. It's a little pirate boat.
I was about to say.
But it's now trying to burn down your boat completely by accident.
Can I get into the boat and try and steer it away from the other boat?
You can try. Yep. Give me. Hang on a second. I know what you want to do. I'm just writing this down. Get on other, because this seems like this is going to be one of those moments where we do them all at the same time and see how this happens. So that's what Beowulf is doing. Varen, what are you doing?
I think we all have the same idea because I'm jumping on the other boat.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see what
Oh, I
happens.
love this lack of communication. This is awesome. Bickford, what are you doing?
Bickford's gonna try to communicate to the captain that, or like what this thing is doing to his boat.
Beowulf is the captain.
The Rakshasa, the
Oh, the
helmsman.
pilot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him that the enemy vessel is burning the shit out of your starboard side.
Okay. And Vareth?
I'm gonna run down to the main deck again and grab like a coil of rope and try and position myself to help pull people back.
Pull who back?
Whoever is going to the smaller boat,
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna
I
grab
see.
some rope
Okay,
and
right. So you're going to try and
toss it over so they can get back on.
moor the boats together, essentially. Okay. And Kane, what are you doing?
Do I see flame?
No, but you can see that the side of a metal boat is getting red and starting to melt and get melty, that wobbly color that metal gets, that texture. And that part, that bright red part, is dragging down the side of your wooden boat. The wooden bits of which are stuck together with tar.
Because if I could see flame,
Nope.
if there was flame, I could control flame.
If you got on the little boat, you could possibly see the flame and control the flame, but you're going to have to get on it because it's a covered boat.
Okay, well,
I don't have any cold magic spells.
all right.
Actually, do I?
So I'm gonna look to the other two. It's like, we need people to stay here. I'm gonna go try my best.
There's 2 people staying here so far.
Yeah.
Vareth and Bickford don't look like they're going anywhere. So do you leap?
Yep.
Okay, go to the other boat. All right. So the 3 that are leaping, that is Kane, Varen, and Beowulf. I need acrobatics rolls, please, to leap from one boat in a river to another boat in a river. Wow.
Am I allowed?
24.
20.
Am I allowed to feather fall myself if this goes bad?
Oh yeah, if you hurt yourself, yes. This is more about landing properly than anything else. Or stumbling into that hot metal plate, perhaps. Nope, all 3 over 20. So yeah, it's like the fire department. It's a trained drill. Just bang, bang, bang. The 3 of you jump over all successfully onto the other boat. Varath, you run forward, grab a coil, spin it around one of the bollards on this side, and chuck it towards the other boat. That is an athletics check, please. As you hurl 50 feet of line in the direction of a metal boat. Nope. The coil falls in the water, slides down the side of the other boat, and does not connect. Bickford, you tell the pilot about this, and he's like, yeah. Come here. And he looks for all the world like a cat that has grabbed your arm and then jumped up and is rabbit kicking your arm in here with their back feet. He's literally hanging on one side of the wheel of the steering wheel, trying to get it to turn faster. He's like, yeah. Come here. Oh, this
Bickford's
finally
got
makes
his
sense.
power-
This finally makes sense. It's clamped around the wheel.
Yeah, Bickford's got a powerful build.
Yeah, you're a big dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna try and help the captain.
Give me an
Or the
athletics.
helmsman.
The pilot. He's a
Athletics.
pilot, not the captain.
Helmsman. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called.
I'm calling him a pilot because they're
Athletics.
riverboat pilots in the Mississippi. 13, yeah, the 14 because you're big. That's enough. Basically, it's just applying your weight.
Yeah.
And you crank the boat because you got to get it away, right? You're trying to get it away
Mhm.
from this burning body. So the boat slowly starts to separate. There's clearly a burn mark down the side of it, like some child's woodworking project gone bad. Verath, you are suddenly standing on the deck of your boat with nothing to do. What do you do? The rest of them were about to resolve the other ship. But what do you do in the meantime?
I'm gonna try and retrieve the rope and
Okay, you just
try again. I
pulling
suppose.
the rope
Just
back, that's easy. It's going to take you this round to pull it all back. So 50 feet of rope, you got to hand over hand it. That's going to take a while. Meanwhile, the three of you land on the other boat. Boom, 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 boom. Why was there 4 sounds? One of you landed slightly crooked on different feet. Boom, boom. So there's 4 sounds. You land and
Beowulf's got 2 sets of paws.
on the deck. Yes, you landed front and back.
There you go.
There's a metal hatch that's clearly visible. You throw that open, you look inside, and there's a furnace. And it's, you recognize the furnace, and on top of it, there's a large container that's glowing bright red.
Kane,
Yeah, go ahead.
Kane will. Beowulf open the hatch, right?
Sure, yeah.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
I think I got this.
Okay. Yeah, I can control us some fire. Is that the plan?
Yes. Yes.
Easy peasy. I'm not
Should
even gonna make
I?
a roll.
I
You
should
just-
click on the guy, right?
Don't even worry about it. You just think about it and concentrate, and just over a period of time, you suppress this fire. The container above it is still bright red and sort of melting in on itself. It looks like for all the world, like a water container. But you can hear from it banging and popping that it's empty. It's a steam engine that ran out of water. It was overheating. You guys would never have seen a steam engine before, but that's what's actually happening. I'm trying to describe what you would see from, somebody who didn't know. So it's starting to cool, but it is going to take some time. There's a big pile of coal in the corner. That's clearly what they were burning.
Don't think we need any more of that.
You look up, the three of you, just as the boat that you're on drifts past the back of your riverboat.
Oh, we're falling behind.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we need some more.
Or should we get back up?
Commandeer melting?
Is there any
steel.
reason to take this? I look around.
It looks for all the world like the overheating has messed the propulsion system. Like it doesn't, there's, as you watch, this thing continues to sort of cave in. This thing looks like a wreck.
Okay.
Well-
Doing a quick investigation check. Beowulf's gonna look for anything worth salvaging
Okay.
before jumping back.
Actually, everybody that's there, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Varys, you pull the sopping wet rope back up out of it and hurl it back towards the now rapidly receding ship behind you. That was your plan? Yeah. Okay, give me another athletics check. That's not an athletics. That was an investigation from somebody
That was
else.
key.
There, an 8. No, you hurl the rope once again. This time it's all wet and it just sort of slaps you on the back of the leg and falls on the deck. It doesn't even get off the boat this time. Kane, Varen 13, Kane 21, Beowulf 11. Okay.
23. I got an advantage.
Oh, you do, right.
Oh, good.
Not this, because this is not a smell thing.
Oh.
This is a sea thing. So, but Kane, you find the ship's log. Like every ship is supposed to keep one. You find it hidden in a little container underneath a seat. The seat's this wide. It's for a giant ass, literally a giant's ass, right? But underneath that, one of those ones you lift up the seat and there's storage underneath. You find it in there, the ship's log, and this was a pirate. They've been since the breaking of the ordning. They built this boat. They took their friend the lizard, who was basically their coal shoveler. They're the ones that fed that stoked the fire. The giant provided water for the boiler and steered the ship, and the two of them went a raiding. They'd been doing quite well for a while, but not so much recently, until you guys met them and they thought they'd hit the jackpot, but instead they're dead. With that, the three, you just want to, we'll hand wave it with some fiddling about and some farting about and the rowers and everything else. We can bring the two boats back together so you guys can step back on board. Because apparently Flingy with the rope over here is not so good. Yeah.
I was gonna fly
Oh, that works too. Yeah. You just
and
fly.
try to take one of the others if they couldn't get up with her. But I don't
Sure.
think she's strong enough.
No, probably not. But what you certainly are strong enough to do is grab the rope and fly back. And
Hey.
sort of tie them together and then pull the two boats together. Yes, absolutely. But that's
All right. Yeah,
great.
she's gonna cast. I'm gonna cast fly and then do that.
Wavy. Look at the hand waving. Yes, you cast fly and grab somebody and take them with you, and then you make 2 trips and you get everybody back on the ship. Do you guys?
Well-
Are you gonna? Oh, okay. Hang on. Yes.
If one of I'll be like, I'll catch up. Y'all go ahead, and I'll let them go first.
Thank you.
And,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Once they're gone, you turn around, and a voice in your head says, "Good thinking. We could use this."
Just as I thought. I told him I'd catch up. You know,
Yeah.
like a liar.
And dun, 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 the boiler rebuilds itself back into its correct shape. You hear blub, blub, blub. There's a liquid in it. May or may not be water. The smoke might be weird colored, who knows. And then the fire just banks itself and starts to boil the water. You hear thung, 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 and you see a shaft that goes along the floor and out the back through a rubberized housing, and you suddenly feel thrust. You see a very small wheel. It looks just like the one on the big boat. It's got the 8 handles around it and everything, but it's really small. You have no.
Oh, I was just saying we're flipping that all the way around.
Yeah, okay. The only thing I would say is to get to that wheel, you have to stand on the seat. It's a
Valid.
giant-sized boat. So,
I'm using
From
my
there-
staff to push the pedal or whatever.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. You reach over and push the throttle with your staff. So, what do you do?
It's just a backwards glance, not saying anything, just flip that thing around and kind of there's like, looks back at the boat and is just kind of like, you know, whatever. And then he glances down at the water specifically and sees the bottom floor of the water and is just like, stayed as long as I could, little one, helped as much as I could. And just a little tip of the, you know, helmet, and
Yep.
off I go.
What the rest of you see, Kane, as you land on the deck with Beowulf and sort of turn around and get ready to launch again, you see the ship fire up. It shouldn't be possible. But as it turns away and starts to move away, maybe you're still thinking, we could catch it. At least I can get there. I'll fly over to it. And it just gets wreathed in shadows.
I thought it was going to say.
And it swirls. I'm not done yet, but thank you. I like that. The shadows sink into the river to a depth far deeper than the river could ever accommodate. But you watch the ship and the shadows. Thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you. I'd love it. It all sinks down as it leaves into the water and gone, leaving in its wake.
Okay.
As the darkness finally settles under the water, left in its wake, autumn leaves floating on the surface.
Okay, that was kind of cool. So the dead guy's the guy with the necromancy guy's gone. Varen, he's gone.
So it would appear.
I think. The ship is gone.
Yeah, you're just enumerating stuff
Not
into your
fucked
fingers.
anymore.
So, yeah.
Reconstructed itself. There are shadows.
Bigford's trying to follow
Y'all should have
this.
seen it actually.
Yeah.
It,
So,
was, it was
so that's
pretty cool.
Cade. Yeah. Bigford, you saw it from the deck from the ship still. So yeah. Everybody
It's
saw
just-
this. Take us give us a sort of a sentence or two response to what you just saw.
Just kind of cocksucker. He just takes off on us.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's one thing to just disappear,
Yeah.
but to physically leave,
Yeah.
that's kind of new.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Well,
Kate-
used to them to just poofing.
yeah. That last little bit of drunk
Kane's gonna
rage
try to
comes out.
yell, "You forgot about Gary, bitch." Just the bitch is joking.
As you move out of range downstairs, you guys hear the clatter of a skeleton falling to pieces as he's no longer within range of the spell. Oh,
Your
nice.
dead friend
Thank you.
died again.
This is why we tell
Yeah.
stories communally, because the sinking
can-
ship, the skeleton I completely forgot about. This is awesome.
We can give him a burial at sea.
You kind of did. Verath.
Just like
Yeah.
sits on the deck and well, fucking so much for shipwreck buddies, I guess. Like with as much sarcasm as possible, and just like plops down on the deck.
Beautiful. Beowulf.
I knew he wasn't trustworthy. Never trust anybody who plays with dead things.
You've
Our
never
best
trusted
friend
anybody
is
in
a
this whole
dog here,
game.
you
It's
ass.
perfect. Absolutely perfect. I told you. See, one of them turned on us. I told you.
Also, we have someone who uses mostly necromancy
Yep.
magic.
There's
like
friggin'
magic.
Zulthus.
Yep.
He's a dead god.
Speaking of which, we will drop the curtain on tonight's show here because that's the end of the adventure for tonight. The reason we did the big fancy ending is because, unfortunately, real life is impeding our ability to continue as we have done. So Sky will no longer be available to us, at least in the short term. Sad faces all
Sad
around.
face.
Varen's story is very much not done. I'm hoping we can get you back at least on a here and there basis in some other game and finish this storyline. But until then, go be good in the world, do good things, keep smiling, keep playing, and keep being positive, because I know you always are. Even though you're absolutely fixated on dead things, you're the most positive necromancer I've ever met. You're a posimancer. Yeah, there you go. Just giving you a new name. But thank you, Sky, for joining us. I really appreciate it. It was fun having you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute delight playing with all of you.
Thank you. And next week, speaking of the Scarred Adventurer, they will be returning next week. Zulthus's return is imminent. Of course, your characters don't know that, but I figured I'd tell the players. So they will be back
Also,
next week.
a note on that: Kane still has the locket.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. So that's where that will be coming back from. But so with that, special thanks to Sky. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Solar. Thank you to Bison. Thank you to Rory, and thank you to Ruth. You guys are amazing. We're not even to the ocean yet, so maybe we've got more than a couple weeks left in this. Maybe it's closer to 8 than 5, but we will see. We will get there when we get there. We're not rushing anything. This is a long-form campaign. So thank you also to chat. I actually just realized I did not have chat open all night long for the first time ever. I moved some stuff around and I didn't see it. So yes, but with that, thank you all so much for chat. Loot, no, everything fell into the ocean or fell into the river. No loot.
And take the log
Yes.
Yeah.
because she just had it.
But so thank you
I would
to
also
everybody
like
in
to
chat.
say- I would also like to say that Beowulf probably would have gotten out of Kane's grasp and ended up just swimming back to the boat.
Okay. Well, either way, you guys get back to the boat. I missed your amazing puns. Oh no, probably. Yeah, I missed all of it. I didn't. Like I said, I moved screens around, but that's okay. stuff is in the works to fix this problem. But with that, thank you to chat, and thank you to all the YouTube peoples in the future. If you watched all the way to here, please hit the like button, because you apparently did. It feels like a longer weekend than it's actually been, but it's been a joyous week because we've got the new program out on Wednesday that came out on Wednesday. Part 2 of that is imminent. We're still nailing down times to finish off our one shot, because sometimes they don't finish in one shot, sometimes they take 2, and this one is, and I'm more than happy to do that because it's a great story with great people. So, and stay tuned in the Discord, because many people are running many games coming up soon. Long form D&D, some of them running campaigns you'll recognize from Wizards, other people running homebrew stuff. We've got people running other systems, short games, long games, one shots. It's all coming. We're just planning. So stay tuned. We're about to get a lot bigger than we currently are. So if you ever need an excuse to tell your friends to come join us, this is it. It's time to get this, to crank it up a little bit. But until we do, until next time, as always, please be nice to each other. Good night.
Bye.